beautiful day to our elders out there. Welcome to another interesting edition of Senior Citizens Forum. Senior Citizens Forum is a weekly elderly TV program that highlights the joy, the plight, and the general welfare of the older persons in the country. This week, we shall reel out the importance of physiotherapy for the elderly ones.
Our retirees are the senior citizens.
Physiotherapy is a word coined out from physio and therapy. It is a physical exercise that equally entails massaging, ultrasound, and heat. It should be noted that just like the younger ones need the services of physiotherapists, so also the elderlies, particularly those who have ailments that has to do with bones, nerves, and muscles, known as arthritis. It is in most cases pronounced amongst patients with arthritis problems. It is against this background that the production team of Senior Citizens Forum TV program brought a physiotherapist to educate the LTV pensioners, especially on what they should do concerning their different kinds of arthritis. The guest lecturer is a medical practitioner of note, Mrs. Oluwaseyi Talabi.
My name is Oluwaseyi Talabi, and I am a physiotherapist that is physiotherapist in Yoruba. As you know, when I was doing community health, they will say akomoniri. That's what we call us, akomoniri. We say dokita. We are akomoniri. That's what we have. So I specialize in elderly care, and I run CHELT, and it's all about living intentionally. Focusing on your health, even as you do whatever thing you are doing in life. That's our vision.
Physiotherapist Seyi Talabi also stressed the need for the elders to exercise their bodies seriously. She also added that social interactions amongst the elderly is key as it promotes longevity.
Sabati retire season rest ni. But bá ṣe túmọ̀ rest sí ó yàtọ̀. And from physiotherapy perspective, rest jẹ́ nǹkan tí ó wà subjective, and most people won't understand nǹkan tí rest jẹ́. Rest ò mean pé ká jókòó síbì kan ká má ṣe anything mọ́, retirement ti dé, kò sí that kò sí nǹkan tá à ń ṣe mọ́ and all of that. But in the real sense, from looking at it from health perspective, rest is supposed to be done in moderation, like ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì. Everything is supposed to be done in moderation. Ìlera, health generally, the bedrock is moderation. Pé à ń ṣe jù, pé à ń ṣe tó. Those are the things that actually affect our health. We talk about diabetes. We talk about hypertension. Diabetes is too much sugar, right? There is too low sugar too as well. So everything has to be in moderation. And that's something that personally, women suffer on, even young people as well. But everything, and now that, after post-retirement, coming pe kama take walks, kama belong to community. That's very important, because I noticed that sometimes there are people I've met personally that post-retirement, probably people that they know, they are no more in a familiar environment again. They'll be in isolation, and it's not so good when you are reaching some certain age. Loneliness is not something, God did not create us for loneliness. God created us to be able to, interact together for common purpose. And just imagine, throughout all ages of life, if you have goals that you set, and you achieve it, there is this happiness that comes from you seeing the things that you set to do, you seeing it happen. And that's another thing that affects health, because at times everything, depression will come in, and you will just be there, and depression is not something that you can really measure, and that's one of the leading causes of death, because by the time you are depressed, your immune system will not be able to fight against disease. And we are in Nigeria, environment and all of that. Everything is not yet in 100% check. So if all of those diseases are coming, your body has to be strong enough to be able to fight against all of these diseases that come, because there are some things obviously that they will definitely come. You cannot fight against some things. They will definitely come. But however you are on the inside, it matters because it boosts those hormones to be able to, be regulated and all of that. So moderation is something that is very good. And my own expertise as a physiotherapy is how active you are. We have moderation in food. We have moderation in activity. How active you are post, retirement. What do you do part time every day? Do you have do you set health goals? A new mo 10 minutes. It does not have to be big. You don't have to be carrying big things like those that don't gym. The point is, what are you doing every day, part time? What are you doing every day? The activities you are doing every day to sustain that health. The health is depleting. We cannot lie about that. Like it's the body is not going to be the same again. The things that you used to do when you were younger, you cannot do 100% all of that. But there's a way that you can stay in check, at least. Always set goals. Group of people coming together to achieve one thing and seeing it happen. It just gives that happiness, and happiness is what makes your health better. When you are in a community where you know that you can share your lows, when you are down in life, you can come together. They love you. They want to go stand up for you. When you are happy, and all of that, that is something that we need to pay attention to as elders, and not only as a community in senior citizen forum. There are other people outside there too that can be impacted. There are other people outside there too that they need to hear about this, and it's from, your community. Your community can be a channel to those people that they don't even know. They don't even belong to those communities. It can be a goal that, your lifelong goal, I don't know, but I'm just saying that your lifelong goal is, as you are healthy, other people out there, they need to be healthy as well. You are the reason why somebody else is smiling. You are the reason why somebody else have hope, that they can still do something in life. That's the point of living at the end of the day. For each other, for us to be able to do things together and live well. So talking about exercises, one of the things to risk for that's the elderly, the senior citizens, is fall, the risk of fall. And fall, because of the bones are no more the way they used to be. They can be fractured. Yes, because if someone falls down, let's say if someone is in the bathroom and the person falls down for a hair, and because the body is not the same again, the healing process could be young, thick bone back and all of that. There's still that ginger, and all of that. But at some point, I've seen people that want to give up. Maybe I'm already old. Checking, but no, that's not how it's supposed to be. So before all of this happen, it's good that you see it and you prevent it. And how to prevent it? What are the things that cause fall? The kind of tiles that are in your house, the kind of chair, how you position all the things in your house. Are there things that you can reach quickly? For example, omi bá wà nílé and all of that, and ilẹ̀ wà slippery, that can cause fall. Báwo ni bathroom ṣe rí? Báwo ni bed ten sùn? Báwo ló ṣe rí and all of that? There are too many. We cannot finish lè parí gbogbo àwọn conditions to avoid from the physiotherapy perspective. And we talk about walking. I think I was talking about walking earlier. Like have an habit of walking. You know, we are in a life of comfort that we all want to be comfortable. We see walking as stress and all of that, but it's not stress. Walking is the easiest because you don't even need sometimes you don't need somebody to hold you to walk. Like you don't need encouragement. Walking is the easiest form of exercise because most of the muscles in the body, they are moving, and as they are moving, they are bringing up more cells, new cells. As one cells is dying, new cells are being renewed when you do all of these activities like walking. And also, one of the reasons why I'm here is so that we all want to live well. We all want to we all want to live without pain, because pain is another thing that's another topic for another day. We all want to live without pain, and in preventing those pain, there are exercises that we can just do recreational exercises in our leisure time, do together as a community, do as individuals. You can take it up personally and do by yourself at home. And these are the exercises that with time we'll be taking up. We'll have like our systems and structures on how we can be doing these exercises in our house, so that it's not about the bombarding of exercises. It's just your consistency. Be intentional about all of those things, day and all of that. So it's not about ọjọ́ kan tẹ́ bá ṣe, is ṣe ń ṣe lójoojúmọ́. That's it.
After the lecture, physiotherapist Sheyi Talabi, while answering some questions from the elders, advised the senior citizens on the right position while sleeping and how to rise from the bed.
So when it comes to posture, there is a correct way. Even from when you are young, and it's what research has already made the correct way. Bí spine wa ṣe rí, ó ní bí spine wa ọ̀pá ẹ̀yìn wa bó ṣe rí. And ó ní àwọn posture kankan tá bá ń ṣe every day, it will make the spine deviate from however it's supposed to be. And for elders, the muscles maybe most likely, if there are inactivities and all of that, they're already weak. And when they are weak, there is possibilities that there are going to be things like arthritis, spondylosis, low back pain generally. All these things come out as pain. So from when you wake up from bed, when you are sleeping, there are postures, there are correct postures for sleeping. You are not supposed to be sleeping on your chest. I don't know whether this is general knowledge already. Sleeping on your chest is a total no. And there are ways that you are supposed to sleep, like sleeping face up, sleeping by your side, most especially on your left. Then when you want to wake up, you are not supposed to just just like that. No, like I'm just demonstrating, because this is how we sleep. Let's say this is how you sleep, and because of you are sleeping like this, it's, if you keep doing it over time, it's affecting the spine. Yes, reducing the space in between the spine. And when it is reduced, that's when those arthritis, spondylosis, low back pain, they start coming in, and all of that. And you start feeling, some kind of funny symptoms around the leg, because, àwọn nerve to supply àtẹ̀yìn ló ti ń wá. You now start feeling some sensations around the leg and all of that. Nerve tó yẹ kó supply muscle kan lé ẹsẹ̀ kò supply dáadáa, torí pé bóyá kíní yẹn ti bones yẹn wọ́n ti wà closed together instead of space tó yẹ kó wà nínú ẹ̀. Research has already approved that whenever you want to wake up, go to your side first. Ẹ̀gbẹ́ bed yín, ẹ turn sí side yín. Take your legs out and use your hand to push yourself up. In that way, the spine still attains the normal position. But by the time you start, getting up every day, with time, it might not be now, but if it's a consistent thing, one day That can just be one sharp pain one day, just wake up, there is a pain here. What's the problem? Is that habit of just standing up without, every time. It's like trauma. Trauma. You are doing something to the bones that you're not supposed to do every day. It's not that one day. Ni pain but it's a compound of gradual thing. So that's the first thing. When you stand up from bed, try to go to your side before you bring your leg out, then push yourself up so that the spine will still be in its normal position. And also stretching in bed. There are some stretches that you can do in bed. When you get up, stretching and all of that, there are things that you need to also put in check, because if you don't move a particular joint for a very long time, you might not be calculating, but the muscles, everything is calculating, is normal. There will be stiffness. There is likelihood for stiffness to be there. You just see that, I'm not able to move this hand very well. It's not moving. What causes stroke is oxygen, blood is not reaching a part of the brain. A part of the brain is already damaged. And we as physiotherapy is very important, in the recovery of stroke rehabilitation, because you want people that have stroke to come back to the kind of life they used to live, and that's the major goal of stroke and all of that. And we need to understand that there's already a damage done, and it's always better that the damage did not happen in the first place. There are people that have hypertension, people that have diabetes and all of those, conditions. It's always good to take care of yourselves. Like, first off, it's good that first. But okay, physiotherapy is important, because if it was damaged, the part of the brain to was damaged, it affects a part of the body. And when it affects that part of the body, the person is not moving, the person is compensating with the other parts and all of that. And exercises is very important. The exercises that person can do at that point. If not, you will see that you will see flabby, and all of that. So to keep it alive, exercise is actually important. And I already said this before, that if you don't move a part of the body for a very long time, and that's what is common among stroke patients. When they don't move that particular place, everywhere will just become, stiff. And apart from becoming stiff, it's becoming worse. It's better for you to be doing exercise and you should stay where it is, than for it to now be deteriorating, and all of that. So for stroke survivors, physiotherapy is very, very important in the recovery. Very, very important for our mothers as well, and people that sweep, bending to sweep every time. It's not when you want to carry things from the floor. You're not supposed to bend the back. The back is not for, it's supposed to, bend your knee, and sometimes the knee is already weak. There are exercises too for that. So it depends on what you are trying to achieve. So when you set goals with probably whoever is giving you exercise, it now determines which kind of exercise will be good for you. But they are just general exercises that you can do outside. Maybe you can do for fun outside. Aerobics, we call it aerobics. You can do in the morning sun, because that morning sun too is very important. Another thing I would like to say, that morning sun, vitamin D, because that's like one of the most natural sources of vitamin D. Not every time we sit down inside the house to do exercise. Go out. God has provided a natural source of vitamin D, so we should make use of that too as well. That's an opportunity, because our diet now in Nigeria is not everything that is the same again. Our diet is somehow, and there's some food that actually provide vitamin D. What if it is not in your diet? So the natural source, and you're not getting it too as well. So it's always best to do some exercises outside, aerobics, to improve oxygen in the body. Sweat. There's some things that sweat will take out of your body. Sweat while you do exercise, then freshen up after. Those are things that you can maintain during this stage of life.
In an interview, some pensioners appreciated the Senior Citizens Forum TV program crew for inviting the physiotherapist. They said they had learnt and gained a lot from her lecture.
Definitely the program is very nice. I've been able to learn one or two things, like how I'm supposed to stand up when I'm sleeping and how to do some exercises.
What I learned is that we need to eat moderately. Everything in little.
I asked about cycling, using your leg to cycle. For the others, it could be painful initially, but when you continue to do it regularly, it will be okay. And I also asked about the type of orikun exercise we have been doing. He now said for us elders, we should not be taking part of that kind of exercise because of our back. You understand? Because we are not praying for any bad thing. If there's any noise in the back or count like this, that is the end. It will affect the spinal cord. So that is what actually, a bit of what she told us today, and we really appreciate it.
Physiotherapist Oluwaseyi Talabi also talked on the importance of her profession in this interview.
After retirement is a period where people feel like, oh, they want to go to rest and not do anything. But in as much as they are going to rest, there are some particular exercises, activities that they need to engage in, such as walking. That's the safest kind of thing that elderly can do post-retirement, that will help their all-round health, heart health, every part of health. What I always preach is moderation in all aspects of life. And when it comes to exercises are person specific, and also you have to have a goal to be able to engage in exercise. And when you have goals for elderly, the generalized goal for the elderly population is avoiding risk of falls, avoiding some normal conditions that come across as a result of just being old.
Retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age. Retirement is a good thing, retirement is a better thing, Our retirees are the senior citizens, Our retirees are the senior citizens, Retirement good, retirement sweet, now the step to living a good old age. Retirement is a good thing, retirement is a better thing, Our retirees are the senior citizens, Our retirees are the senior citizens,
It's Senior Citizens Forum.
Senior Citizens Forum, a special weekly program on Lagos television that addresses the joy and the various challenges of the elderly.
When human beings grow older, definitely the changes are from scalp to the tip of your toe.
Hypertension affects virtually all the organs of the body. It affects the heart, it affects the eyes, it affects the kidneys, it affects the brain, every organ. More often than not, people don't know they have hypertension. Mm-hmm. The only way you can know whether you have hypertension or not is to measure your blood pressure.
For its sponsorship and advert placement, please contact the LTV Marketing Department or send SMS or call 0802 328 5359 or 0801 3888 1703.
The government should take statistics, data of the elderly, then come up with a policy that will help them.
Senior Citizens Forum is shown on LTV. Insurance companies, pension fund managers, healthcare providers, pharmaceutical companies, as well as telecommunications network providers are free to sponsor the program or advertise their products at moderate rates.
Here's another edition of Senior Citizens Forum on your dialing station.
That's about all for today. Join us next week for another interesting edition of Senior Citizens Forum.
worked so hard. They are the senior citizens. They are the pensioners.